There is no doubt that Uber is deeply committed to its responsibility of contributing to the safety. That is the most important word, the safety of their communities, and providing the best possible experience to those users via their app, which is why they are always hard at work to improve safety on the platform, something that we should all be focusing on right now. And today we are speaking to Frans Hemstra, the General Manager for Uber Sub-Saharan Africa, who's going to guide us through Uber's safety tips, a little play-by-play that you should have in your front pocket at all times. Frans, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Thank you, man. Thank you for getting me there safely every time, because I almost feel like you guys are part of our company because we rely on you so much. Our team would not be here in the mornings. We wouldn't be getting to shoots. We wouldn't be getting to airports. Things have changed over the last few years. Has your business changed radically? How do you feel about the space that you're playing in now?
Yeah, so our business evolved. I think when we came to South Africa, we didn't know exactly what to expect here, and we came with an American concept that we had to localize and make it work for South Africa. And we learned, especially in the safety space, how we need to build the app. And a lot of the safety features that we have today that is used globally was created in South Africa. Wow. With the South African context.
I love that. And it's the safety of your drivers. It's their financial well-being, which I love that there's an entrepreneurial thrust to drive behind what you're doing. And most importantly, the safety of your passengers. So, buddy, as I understand it, and I've watched Tobiso go on this kind of journey of discovery, there are a couple of tips that we need to just keep in mind when it comes to safety. Yeah. So can we step up to a ride, and can you talk me through some of those safety tips that we should be doing every time we take a new
Sure.
Let's go and have a look.
So before we get to a ride, I think it's important to know the app is critical to be part of a ride. You should never accept a trip from somebody that's claiming to be an Uber driver and might not be. So picture arriving at the airport and you have people with an Uber sign telling you that they are an Uber taxi coming to pick you up. It's not an Uber. Request it through the app, and then everything that I will talk you through now is in place.
What check should we do first?
So when the trip comes through, the first thing that comes through is you know what the car make and model is, you know what the license plate is, you have a picture of the driver, so you need to go through a checklist. First thing is check, is the color of the car right? Is it the right make and model that's shown in your app? And then you need to check the license plate. After that, you go to the driver and you ask the driver, hi, what is your name? And maybe it's France, I'm here to pick you up. and then you verify that. Then you've got a photo of the driver that you can actually expand on your app, and you check his face or her face, and then you've done your checks.
And that's the one time you're allowed to drop masks, guys. You're allowed to drop a mask to do your facial recognition. Okay, so we've run through those checks. What else do we need to do?
So I suppose we've got a system in place called Ride Check. Now, Ride Check is something that runs in the background. So obviously, every single trip is GPS tracked. So while you're on trip, in the background, our systems are checking if there's any anomaly happening on the trip. Maybe there's a long stop or a weird deviated
Some kind of red
route.
flag, okay.
And then our system immediately triggers a phone call. So we'll phone the driver, we'll phone the rider to check if everything is okay. Then we've got our safety features in the app. We've got our emergency button. If you're feeling uncomfortable in the car or the driver is feeling uncomfortable, they can actually go through our safety shield and request through a panic button an on response.
Okay, and it's worth having that out and open and ready so that it's there to use. What happens from a driver's perspective in a ride situation? How does their activation process happen? I mean, right from the beginning of the stages of vetting those drivers to ensure that they can carry out the job.
Yeah, so it's a robust process. It takes quite some time for a driver to get through our process. So when they sign up, we need to check a number of documents and checks that have done. So the first thing is a professional driver's permit, which they need to provide us. Then they go through a criminal background check, which is done by a third party that then runs that against the national database. Then there's a driving evaluation that gets done by a third party driving school to check that they can drive. And then that's on the driver side. Then on the vehicle side, there's a number of checks as well. So obviously from a quality side, we need to make sure that we've got an inspection done. That inspection is done annually. There needs to be all kinds of registration documents, the double disc, operating license.
I love that. Then you're in the ride, and now you're having hopefully a beautiful conversation, or no conversation at all, according to what your driver has put forward to you. But knowing me, yeah, we talk. How does the star rating work? How does that affect what's happening to the drivers, and how should we be using that as an indication of what to expect?
Yeah, so the rating system is super important, and it's a two-way system. Remember, it's not just rating the driver rates the rider as well.
Exactly,
yes.
yeah.
So this system creates mutual respect between driver and rider, and it manages the quality. So the only way that Uber can get feedback about how it's going on a ride is through the rating. And that rating gets processed, and drivers get given tips based on feedback that they get. So that essentially raises the quality. And then the other way, from a rider side, you need to keep your rating up as well. A driver can see your rating before he picks you up. So
if you ever wonder why someone's just cancelled a trip, just have a thought about your rating.
You can brag about it. If you go into your app, you can see your rating. You can see the history of how you've been rated. So yeah, if you've got a high rating, brag about it.
Oh, buddy, thank you so much for putting in the effort that you do on behalf of both sides of this coin. As I said, the drivers and, of course, us, the passengers. And thank you for getting me to work, man. I wouldn't have a job probably without you guys. So thank you.
I wouldn't
so
have a job without you.
Exactly, man. It's one happy family, and it is all about community. It's a two-way flow of information. I think that's vital to understand. It's about everyone in the community's safety. So what I would suggest is follow Uber in South Africa on Twitter. That's at Uber_RSA, and you can download the Uber app and Uber Eats apps from the App Store or Google Play. Really simple. With Uber, you really can go anywhere and now get anything that you need with those enhanced safety features. Buddy, thank you so much.
Thank you. Good to be here.